All right, everybody, this is my first time ever going live on YouTube. So far, I've only been live on TikTok, and that's pretty much it. A little bit on Facebook as well. So the whole point, the reason why I want to do this live video is, so this is pretty much coming from my YouTube channel, a schizophrenia revolution, and I wanted to do this live video to discuss more about the revolution, this channel, and what this channel is all about, and stuff. If you go to this channel and stuff, you can see a lot of very detailed graphic design videos are done pretty much strictly through my iPhone, through pictures of me wearing masks and stuff that I actually customize myself. Um, and pictures of me just wearing the mask and just turning them into photos, all this stuff through an iPhone, and just throwing in really just epic, good music, inspirational stuff with inspirational messages and stuff in with these actual videos. Now, this whole channel is technically about this movement that I have started here on social media. It's called Schizophrenia Revolutions. We End the Stigma. It is something that I decided to start because, just first of all, I want to say that people are technically joining this movement just to help, end the stigma of the illness of schizophrenia just by following me, sharing out the videos, and that's all you're doing. That's all you gotta do to join the movement. It's a great cause. And so it's technically, it's a movement on social media, Schizophrenia Revolutions, We End the Stigma, created to end the stigma, try to help end the stigma of schizophrenia to give us a better life. And what most people don't know about the stigma is that with schizophrenia, this illness is actually treatable. It's not this really horrific, dark illness like movies are portraying it, how music's portraying it. This is actually an illness that is treatable big time, and most people don't see that. The stigma is actually making it harder for us schizophrenics to actually live our lives, to improve, to keep doing good. And if you thing is, like most schizophrenics are actually stable, like how I am right now. So it's like, truth is, it's just the stigma is beating us down. The stigma is chaining us down from going further on in life. And you got the stigma is just powerful. And the stigma is technically based off lies. The stigma was built up from the past history of us before the first antipsychotic was released back in 1954, when the illness was considered uncontrollable because it had the stuff to control it. The stigma was based off that. And another thing that built up the stigma is the fact that schizophrenia is a topic left in the shadows and nobody wants to talk about. Therefore, most people that do talk about schizophrenia nowadays are talking about the bad stuff. The bad stuff, what the illness used to be, and it's just increasing it. Now, there are people who talk about the good parts of schizophrenia. There are people out there that are talking about it. The truth is, this illness is so damaged. It's so messed up to the point where the stigma is not improving because not enough people are talking about it, which is why I chose to do this movement. I chose to do this movement to help people understand schizophrenia coming from a schizophrenic, and stuff. I chose to do this because I care about this. We schizophrenics deserve to have a good life. Stigma affects how we get jobs, Stigma affects how schizophrenics get jobs. The stigma affects how we get into relationships. The stigma affects how we make friends. What do you think happens if a schizophrenic is that affected by the stigma? Isolation, which means they stay in their homes. They have trouble making friends, trouble getting into relationships, trouble getting jobs. They isolate. At that point, their symptoms increase because they get stuck in their heads, alone in their heads. Therefore, depression increases, voices, everything. So the stigma can actually make the illness worse. It's pretty messed up what the stigma does to us. And one of my recent videos I just posted on this YouTube channel and stuff is it's called Schizophrenia: A Mask for the Stigma. And you think about it, That is the truth, because as schizophrenics, we have to hide who we are most of the time. Most schizophrenics have learning disabilities, not all of us. Most of us do. Usually show what's called childlike behavior. Most of us do, not all of us. So because of that, it's like it affects how we make friends, right? So we have to walk out into the world with wearing a mask, technically, because we cannot show people who and what we are because of the stigma, and it's called wearing a mask for the stigma. So the whole point of that video I did was like, okay, I want to do a video based off the mask of the stigma, and how the video describes how, as schizophrenics, the thing we have to realize is this is the time to take our mask off and step onto the front line of the stigma and not let the stigma beat us down no more. At that point, schizophrenics just by doing that, you're helping the cause. You're helping break the stigma just by saying, okay, I'm not going to hide who I am. I am going to go out into the world. I'm going to make friends. If they can't accept me because I have learning disability, can't accept me because I have childlike behavior, they're meant to be my friends. But you're still going to go out there trying to get friends. Right there, you're not wearing the mask for the stigma no more, because you're actually getting out there to make a difference within yourself. And that is called taking the mask off. And that's kind of how I, like to look at it and stuff. So yeah, I think it's a good message. So yeah, I got a lot of creativity flowing through me. I'm considered bipolar schizoaffective, which is a 0.3% rare mental illness. There's not very many of us in this world that even have this. It's when bipolar and schizophrenia collide. It's also known as schizoaffective disorder. Not very many of us even walk this earth. It's so rare, and there's not a lot of people who know like who we are or what we have. I like to refer as bipolar schizophrenics as ghosts in the shadows, because we walk this earth and not many people know we exist because we're so rare. Ghosts in the shadows. Again, that's also another one of my another one of my video series, one of my graphic design videos I got out there called the Ghost in the Shadow series, which is actually based off bipolar schizophrenics. One of my most popular series I got so far for the channel is the Walking Psychosis series. And that series is actually pretty popular. I think like 5 videos on there so far. It's building up. The Walking Psychosis series is more of like a description of psychosis coming from a schizophrenic himself, something I've experienced more than once as a schizophrenic. And it's literally like showing like psychosis form, but it's also showing it like how we fight psychosis. Not technically these videos for the Walking Psychosis series, they kind of like show how we survive it, how psychosis doesn't technically define us as monsters. Psychosis shapes us as soldiers, and psychosis technically what it does, it recruits us into the shadows of the mind to where we survive it. And that's how I look at the psychosis. And for those who don't know what psychosis is when one disconnects from reality. We technically go inside our minds, inside this world where it can be damaged and very scary. But we can beat it, and that's what psychosis is. It's we disconnect from reality completely, and we go deep within our minds, and it gets bad. That's what psychosis is. People with bipolar can also go through psychosis. So it's like we can, but I think for a schizophrenic, a psychosis episode is actually worse than average, bipolar person going through psychosis. Because it's pretty bad from my research. So yeah, that's what the Walking Psychosis series reflects off of, but it reflects off as us schizophrenics going through a part inside our minds and just surviving it. And that's what the Walking Psychosis series is about. I got more than one series on the C2 channel. I got the Asylum Origins series, which just talks about different asylums and how they had an impact on schizophrenics in these asylums that actually existed. I got the I got the Rise and Fall of Schizophrenia series, which is about the history of us, treatment options, that type of thing. I got, let's see what else. I got the Voice of Schizophrenia series. I got some ones I kind of forgot because it's quite a bit, but I've been building up quite a bit and stuff. I'm a natural at marketing. I'm a natural at graphic designs, horror art, mass customizing. I like to take my time with the music for the videos, so it fits the perfect message. Just really just grasp people's attention. I'm actually in college for this too. Actually, that's going to teach you better marketing strategies, better graphic design videos, everything. I'm working on my bachelor's degree in digital media arts to improve the movement, to learn how to like make it better, and so I'm taking this a whole nother level. This is a movement that is slowly rising up on social media platforms. I'm talking like right now. I got it on 5 different social media platforms. I got YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I just recently started my Twitter page for it also. So far, it's rising up. Here on my YouTube channel, it's pretty successful. I got 25 subscribers. I got over 2,000 views for the total of the channel. I got over like 300. What is it? 300. Yeah, like over 300 people have shared out the channel, and people are sharing out the videos. Everything. This is rising up. I check my analytics for the channel every single day to see like how my rates are, how many people are liking it, how many people are, and the whole channel is like rising up pretty fast here on YouTube, which is why I want to do this live video, because I'm trying to take this to a whole nother level, and stuff, and it's pretty insane. This is actually, I think this is a good cause. I'm a bipolar schizophrenic leading this movement on social media to help other schizophrenics to give them a better life, and to think about it, if this movement is we're not this big so far, who knows where it's going to end up within a couple of years, especially once I get more experience with college. The point is, schizophrenics, we live the darkness, we fight the darkness, we conquer the darkness. We live, we rise, and this is how we are. Schizophrenics are not technically bad people. Schizophrenics are actually highly creative people. They show empathy, they're creative, they got childlike symptoms, they get very goofy, hyperactive, therefore they can be the happiest, coolest people alive. And no, not many people truly want to take the time to realize that part of us, and it can be devastating. And, schizophrenics, it's like, the thing is, we are not broken, and we never have been. Because what we have inside us is remarkable. And the truth is, you control your schizophrenia, you're going to have something, it's something you have. It's just, you control schizophrenia, and the illness becomes a gift at that point. Schizophrenia is not a curse. It never has been. The stigma makes it look like that. And that's what people are seeing. You got these freaking movies, horror films, thriller films, music, all this stuff. They're facing the illness left and right. The other day I was here on YouTube and stuff, and this guy, he's like, he had like this, he talked like he had a high IQ level, it looked like he like had a degree in psychology or something. And he made his podcast channel on YouTube so convincing. And yet the guy's talking about how schizophrenics decapitate babies and stuff, how all this stuff, and he's getting all his information from past history stories. He's not focusing on what it's like right here, right now, what schizophrenics do to live their lives, how they live their lives now, how they're not unstable. You got the unstable schizophrenics out there, but that's a small percentage nowadays. Okay, most of the percentage of schizophrenics are actually stable like me. The truth is, everybody, now they got new schizophrenia treatment options coming out every single year. You got new medicines for schizophrenia discovered every single day. You got scientists and doctors and stuff in the freaking rainforest finding all these medicines and discovering them. Of course, the government has to, study the medication, make sure it's safe for these people to take. But there's truth that there's hope out for schizophrenics. There's truth that is true. The treatment is improving tremendously, and it has been. for a while now. Schizophrenia has been this illness that has been treatable, and it's like, put it this way. So yeah, first antipsychotic wasn't released until 1954. Antipsychotics are the ones to control schizophrenics, rage, hallucinations, voices, all the bad things, right? So before 1954, schizophrenics were locked up, institutionalized, beat in these hospitals, horribly mistreated, starved. And yeah, so as of like 1954, the first antipsychotic was released. That was like at that point was like a beginning of a new beginning for schizophrenics to be happy. It was so hard for us because we did not have the proper antipsychotics that work professionally with us. So by 1960s took place, most schizophrenics were being released from hospitals. By mid 20th century, most schizophrenics became stable. So right there, it shows we're not these bad people that the stigma is making us out to be. The illness is bound by the stigma at this point. And this movement was technically created to help you not just technically, I'm going to say I'm not trying to end the stigma. I'm trying to like ease up to the point where it can like make it like easier, because it's a very powerful thing. Maybe it could help encourage people to get out there and say, "Hey, let's help solve the stigma thing." And then you got more people working on this cause, and it's like it's the movement is specifically pretty much made for a better life for schizophrenics, the life we deserve, the life we deserve to have. To actually one day walk up to somebody and just shake their hand and say, "Hi, I'm a schizophrenic," without feeling, judgment. You think about it. It's like you see a bunch of people wearing shirts to say "Gay Lives Matter," "Black Lives Matter." I'm not saying I'm anything against that. I support 100%. I think it's outstanding that people out there doing that type of thing. But how often would you see someone wearing a shirt that says "Schizophrenia matters," schizophrenia pride? It does not happen. It really doesn't happen because of stigma. And I think this is the time for schizophrenics to have a better life. And that is what this video is about. That's what this live video is about. That's what this movement is about. And that's what this revolution is about. A better life for schizophrenics all over. And think about it. You literally got schizophrenia. Like, it's not just, the stigma is not just affecting schizophrenics. In a way, it's affecting the world also. Because the stigma is like preventing schizophrenics from improving their lives. How can a schizophrenic get stable if not enough people want to help them? Because the stigma. If the stigma ends, if the stigma gets eased up to the point where you got more people that want to help us, provides more stability. What do you think happens when more schizophrenics are stable? Think about it. Schizophrenia, when we are most unstable, what do you think happens to us? We are the most unstable. Dead, in jail, homeless. What do you think those things cause? What do you think those things affect in the world? Homeless rate, crime rate, all this stuff. You end the stigma. Schizophrenics get better treatment. You're lowering the crime rate. You're lowering the jail time. You're lowering the homeless rate. Therefore, you're not just helping schizophrenics, you're helping the world. It all starts with sharing out these videos. That's the cause about it. And one day I plan on going viral with my graphic design videos, because so far I think they're pretty good just for off an iPhone. I haven't even started doing off the graphic design laptop here yet. I gotta wait till I get to the graphic design part of my college courses, because right now I'm still at the beginning of college, so they're teaching me like all these classes I gotta take before I get into graphic design stuff. But classes I'm taking are actually teaching me about sustainability, which is actually what schizophrenia is, a sustainability issue. So I got these classes preparing me for some stuff I can say in these graphic design videos once I get to the graphic design stuff. So things are about to happen if you think about it on social media. Because the truth is, schizophrenia revolution, this movement is already rising up. Give it about 1 year, 2 years tops, things are going to start happening even further at this point. And one day, schizophrenics can step out into the world and just make friends. And I think that's a good cause. I think this is an epic cause. I think this is something good that could possibly go huge and everything. So, anyway, everybody, I'm going to end this live video. I want to ask everybody to feel free to subscribe to my channel, support schizophrenia, support the revolution, support a better life in general. And just follow the channel. Like I said, if you want, drop a comment on videos you like. If you drop a comment on one of my videos, just saying like, hey man, I got an idea for a video. I'll see what I can work out to make that video possible for you guys. Because I like to listen to my followers here to see what they think, what they would be a good video. Because that's kind of the best thing to go with this type of deal. I gotta like see what my followers like, what they've been liking, and it actually keeps the thing flowing at that point. So I'm gonna go, everybody. Just like feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel, A Schizophrenia Revolution. That's the title of it. And feel free to drop a comment, like I said. And I want to thank everybody for listening. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and has happy holidays. So yeah.